Holy moly. Okay. Ah. Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to edit that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, oh my gosh, thank you. Wow, what a newbie here. Well, I'm using my OBS. Oof is right. And yeah, that's funny. I'll just have to like, I think I can edit a live stream after the fact. Anyways, how's it going? It's 1 in the morning here. And yeah, I just took this girl out of her box. I gotta like bring her up nice and close. I don't know why now. It's the inside of the box, I think, that's like catching light and it's not focusing. We'll just get her out. We'll just get her out of the box. But hello, good evening. And yeah, I was planning to just unbox her and like make a video of her, but then I just thought, oh, I'll just go live because I cannot go live tomorrow night. I've been meaning to go live I want to go live every Friday night, but sometimes things come up and it's my friend's birthday tomorrow night and therefore I will not be able to live stream. But yeah, I am finally getting this girl out because we got to get her in the Kiyomi twins outfits. So I did already put, I'll show you. She is fully in the outfit. Hi, Blitz. I did say hi earlier, but there was no audio because I am a goof. So yeah, I put her in the Kiyomi outfit. So cute. I think she really suits the outfit with the gems. I just feel like with these eye gems, they have to be in like a really like ooh kind of outfit and like very mystical and magical. But what I was talking about is how you have, you know, the Etoile twins and you're looking at them online, and these girls are actually on sale right now at the Pullip style website. And you're looking at them online and you're like, whose face up do I like more? And which one do I like more? And you kind of gravitate towards the platinum blonde one because her outfit is like a kind of like ice queenish and it's just very, I don't know, like Mike was saying from Pull-Up Style that one actually sold more than this one. But I was thinking, and I had this thought in my mind, that they would look really cute in the Kiyomi twins outfit. Because I'm like, at first I wasn't too jazzed up about the stock, but the stock has actually really grown on me now. And now that I'm actually looking at her in person, I don't want to say I love her face up more, but I really love her face up. And I think it's so pretty and so special. And I really want to study it as reference to paint a Pullip doll. But yeah, I am a night owl, so I just thought I'll just pop on and go live anyway. And I'll probably go live later at night more often because... What is that? A Verosica Mayday stand. What is that? What is that? I feel like... I gotta stop what I'm doing now and like, look that up. Verosica Mayday standy. Ooh. A standy. Okay, so it's an anime figure. And... Or is she from an anime? She's cute. Oh, standy. Okay, yes. Oh, okay. She-devil. She's like total she-devil. Feeling it. It's 2 a.m. for you right now. Hell of a Boss. Hell of a Boss. Is that a TV show? Anime? Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here, and I go to bed at like 3. That's usually when I'm tired, and I am extra wired. I've been awake. Like I think I slept like 4 hours last night and 4 hours the night before. Not the healthiest, but I literally just can't. And I'm on a like 30-day yoga challenge, so already on day 5 of yoga. And I worked out for like 2 hours yesterday. I taught 2 classes back to back. I trained in the morning for an hour. The day before, I danced and I trained during the day for almost 2 hours. So I'm exerting all this like physical energy, but my circadian I just happen to be awake till like 2 in the morning. And so like 1:30 is kind of when I start to wind down, sometimes 2. And I'm usually asleep by 3. Hell of a Boss. What is that? I don't know what that is. But shout out to my mom. She got me these eyelashes. I went for this appointment and I got these eyelashes, but I think they're like kind of weird looking, and I feel like I need to be wearing like lots of makeup because they're really dramatic. And I told her that I wanted like a natural look, and and then she was like, do you want long or short? And I'm like, I guess longer. I've only gotten my eyelashes done like one other time, and this is how they turned out. I know some of them are gonna like fall out, and I know if I'm wearing like lots of makeup and stuff, like it'll blend in better, but yeah, I'm not used to them quite yet. Thank you. This is from the Ouch store. It's handmade. It's got these like little Hello Kitty beads, and yeah, it's handmade. It's really soft and it's super comfortable. I love it. So here are the shoes. Really, really cute. Oops. Kind of a standard pull-up shoe. Like, Roosh has these shoes. These are kind of the same mold as Sailor Venus. And yeah, the other Etoile doll has those shoes as well. So I will check it out. Hell of a Boss. I love animation, cartoons. My son was watching Cuphead. Is that what it is? Cuphead? And yeah, it looked interesting enough. It reminded me of all of like the Looney Tunes and like Mickey Mouse, and then I like looked it up, and like, yeah, it's supposed to be paying homage to like kind of that classic era of animation. I remember having this VHS, and I would rewind it, and I would watch Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny over and over, and there was like this little clip at the very end of like Betty Boop, and I would let it run too, although I found it very strange. She is just so cute, that Betty Boop, and I just thought, yeah, she's adorable. So I'm just getting out, I've gotten out the stand, and I want to take out her authenticity card now. It's a grown-up show. Okay. It's like an adult anime. Speaking of adult animes, I'm allowing my son to read, and some people might pipe up in the comments if they watch this back. But I'm letting him read Gal Gohan manga. And the reason why I'm doing this is because Yabichi, is that how you say his name? Yabichi. It's funny how his name is like Yab-echi. He is just such a stand-up guy, and I feel like my kid can learn from him. And I also want him to be normalized to like a little bit of smut, because it's all over the place, and I don't want him and his friends, you know, like his friends being like, oh, come and check this out on the internet. And then it's like this brand new thing to him, and it's like crazy for him. He sees some, you know, lewd, fan servicey anime things online, and then he's like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. So that's kind of like what I'm hoping, but of course, you know, I told him, like, it's not, like, there's some things that really aren't age appropriate, but he's, like, really wise beyond his years. So here is the authenticity card. So cute. She is so pretty. And can I just say, these wigs that come on these dolls are very, very thick. And they're really good wigs. They're really, really good wigs. Yeah, she is a completely different vibe. It is wild. She, like the other one, Rosette, is very, like, Ice Queen and very, like, kind of dreamy, and this one is very midnight, kind of like dark, kind of gothy, kind of romantic. With her hair, she's giving me like Italian galaxy. I don't know. Like she's, oh my gosh. The stock is actually really growing on me. At first, I really wasn't sure what I thought of the style. Not the style, but the fabric of the dress. But it is really growing on me. And I do want to get like little microphones for them and like create a really beautiful backdrop for them and pose them together in their stock with microphones. I think would make for a great photo op with the millions of doll plans that go on in my head. A Monster High doll. So what Monster High doll do you want? Which one? You know, I have to admit, I am not a big Monster High doll collector. And yeah, I tried to watch the show. I watched the first episode. And I don't know, it just wasn't for me. It's not my thing. And I really do think that Monster High dolls are really pretty though. And they're really cool and different. And I do like the idea of them. And I do like some of the aesthetic. Some of the aesthetic is like, I do like Draculaura, and I feel like everybody likes Draculaura. But I like that aesthetic. I like the pink and black. I think it's like, it's giving me Avril Lavigne. It's like pop punk princess. And yeah, I really, really like that. But yeah, I bought one Monster High doll. And then I ended up like repainting it and gifting it to my friend. Shout out to Violetta, who has been killing it in the face up department. And yeah, I ended up gifting it to them because I was like, I can't appreciate this doll because I don't collect them and I don't watch the show and I'm not like too jazzed up about them. So, okay. We've got the cape out. Here's the cape. Very, very pretty, very big, very thick. Kind of, like, I don't know, what is this fabric? Like a satin? Kind of seems like it's got a bit of a glimmery texture to it. On the exterior, fur trimmed, and then it's got this cute little beaded closure here so that the cape stays around the neck. No? Camera is like so finicky. I could bring something up like really close and then it just wouldn't focus. It's like a practice. But anyways, I will probably photograph this stock on somebody. And then we'll get the scroll out. Yeah, I love her face up. I can't wait to bring her up close to the camera. How are we doing for time? I am so happy it is Friday tomorrow. So pretty. I'm obsessed with this face up. The eyebrows, the eyeliner. I just feel like this face up deserves a little bit more recognition, and I think that these dolls are like pretty underrated. And they are on sale right now at Pullip Style. Side note. So this is the dress. It's exactly the same as Etoile rosette. It's just a different color. And I really love these little arm sleeves because I feel like you could put these arm sleeves potentially on a different outfit, and they're really, really pretty. They've got like a bit of a shimmer to them, a silver shimmer. And then here is the trim on the sleeve. It's a bit of a, they look like little leaves attached together, like two leaves on like a little vine, if you look really close. Then she's got this kind of, I don't know, what kind of fabric is this? Kind of like a mesh. It's like a sheer mesh. And the ribbon is kind of like, it's cut, but it's not really like burnt. So it, you know, it does have a raw edge, which is fine. I like the sewn on beads, but same as the other dress. And I really, really do like the colors of this dress. At first I didn't like these outfits, but they're growing on me. I really like this fabric underneath. This is really pretty. Would like to see more of this. It's sheer. It's got a tiny bit of stretch, and then it's got like this undertone hint of like this glittery red. Ooh. Cannot wait to photograph you. Oh, I've got to fix my Pullip doll stand. So I always do this with my Pullip doll stands, and I bend them here at a 90-degree. So yeah, I'd like to eventually be tired, like really genuinely tired and like ready to go to bed around 1:30 and like be asleep by 2. And that is what I desire to achieve in my schedule. But from being awake till 3 in the morning for the last 6 years, Monday to Friday, sometimes 4, sometimes 5, from working at the club, it's kind of like, you know, I'm not holding my breath and I'm just being patient with it. And yeah, I've always been a night owl though. Like even before I worked in that industry, I had always been a little bit of a night owl. And I've always been in and out of working in bars. My very, very, very first bar job, I was a go-go dancer and like a beer tub shooter girl. I also did holster, where you would like wear like Coyote Ugly, and you would wear this like leather thing and it would carry like 2 2-6s. Your cat knocks down your dolls, so you have to move them. Aww. Cats like tend to do that, don't they? Okay. So yeah, I just like bend the stand to this 90-degree angle. When it is up, it like goes underneath the bust. I've talked about this before, and I don't like it sitting there. I just don't think it has to sit there. Okay. Putting her in. Okay. Pretty. I am not going to release her hair yet because I really need to vacuum this room. But yeah, really, really pretty. The wig is so thick, let me tell you. And her hair is not black. It's actually like a darker brown. Maybe you can't tell on camera here, but I will get some photos of her in her stock before I take her stock off and put her in the other Kiyomi outfits. It'll be interesting. You know what? Now, a second thought, I feel just like with the color schemes, because there's like blue in this hat, that I need to put the other outfit on her because she's got like some blue streaks in her hair and she is like pinkish. And then put this one because this one has like these dark maroon polka dots on her sweater on Undomiel, because Undomiel, so yeah, I'm gonna have to switch things up here because Undomiel has like kind of this auburn, you know, kind of like darkish purpley red theme going on in her makeup. We can't get mad at our little furry babies. So yeah, our furry baby actually passed away recently, and yeah, that's been really, really hard. But you know, I'm working through it. And another reason why I wanted to come live stream late night is I just wanted to like come out and be myself and and like share what's going on with me. And disclaimer, because I said a disclaimer earlier, but I didn't have my mic turned on. I thought this was automatically, like this mic that I have over here, I thought was automatically turned on, but turns out I didn't add it into OBS. So whoops. Um, so yeah, we'll see how that works with like editing the video here afterwards. But yeah, a disclaimer with is doll collecting a disease video. You know, someone was triggered in the comments, and I was not calling out like other doll collectors in a negative light. I actually love every single doll collector, all the doll collectors that I had mentioned in the video. I subscribe to their channels, I watch their videos, I comment on their videos, and I find their content really helpful, really entertaining, and just really like I'm in community with them. And it was more so that I was just utilizing like those videos and those covers as like a dramatic effect to the fact that social media is dolls on social media is like a thing now. It's like an actual thing. And um that the community is just really big, and there is some drama around doll collecting and letting go of our collection and bringing more into our collection. And there is like a really large conversation around that, and that was all that was like kind of targeting out. And so I did reply to that comment, and I don't know if you're still subscribed here or not, but if you happen to come across this video, I just wanted to apologize personally. I did not mean to trigger or attack anyone. And if you felt triggered or attacked, you're entitled to your own emotions and your own feelings. And for that, I apologize if I have caused any kind of discomfort to anyone who watched that video. I'll just grab this water here. Yeah, she lived her full term. Like, the expectancy was 13 years, and she lived 12 and a half years. And it was more so that my fiance, boyfriend, husband, partner, I don't believe in legalized marriage, so he has like different titles every day. My significant other, he raised her, but I got used to like living with her, and I was home a lot during the day, and she would stay up late with me at night sometimes, often actually, and we would go to bed at the same time too. So I just got really, really used to her. And yeah, it was really hard at first, and I'm still kind of processing it, and also processing retiring from the club and like having a career change. So I've been feeling kind of like purposeless, even though I have like content to make and dolls to play with, and I've been getting into art. I really loved working in the industry. I miss it very, very much. A huge part of me wants to go back. I don't think I was even really completely done with it. But my son and my partner are, you know, sometimes they're worried about me, which is totally valid. And there's a lot that is in the job that, you know, I could do without. But there was so much that I really, really enjoy. I just miss girls being crazy, actually, and just girls being wild and entertaining and empowered and sexy. And that's what I definitely miss the most. And then the other part of this live stream, I was going to talk about Angel Sanctuary. So this is Angel Sanctuary manga. And this is volume 5. I have like just a few pages left. I'll read the back of it. Angel Food Boy. Setsuna Mudo is a mixed up high school student who has gotten on the wrong side of God. He is the reincarnation of an angel who has rebelled against heaven. Now the angels want him dead. The demons want him to lead the revolution. And he just wants a clue on how the world works. So this was a suggestion, and it was also kind of like a gift from my friend Dylan. So shout out to you, Dylan, who has awesome manga suggestions. Do you know Angel? Side note. Do you know Angel something from Husband Hotel? I don't. I don't. No, sorry about that. But yeah, Angel Sanctuary manga. Um, ooh. The art style. Let's first talk about the art style because this is one of the main reasons why this manga is so enthralling. Is the art style is incredible. The level of detail in these drawings is just impeccable. Okay, so much detail. But the storyline itself is like it just jumps right into it, and there's a lot going on. And I do have to admit that when I first read it, I was like, do I like this? Can I handle this? This is a lot. I'm struggling to follow, and it's very political. It reminds me of Vampire Night. Like there's just a lot going on. There are angels, there are demons, there are world wars with the Earth world, with another like universe or area, and I was just really confused, and I'm still a little confused, but I think one of the reasons why I was maybe having like a little bit of a block is because I am so used to reading manga with main characters being female, and it is kind of there's a lot of like gender bending because Setsuna Mudo, who is clearly this stud of a boy over here, in his previous life, he is a female and is an angel and is this beautiful female and has this twin sister who is also a female, but sometimes the way that his sister is drawn is very masculine as well. There is some mature themes, like he's in love with his biological sister. And so there is some very adult things, not like overly graphic yet. And so, that's interesting. It's like not it's a little taboo, and it's like not ordinary, so it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's a hard read, I'll say that. If you're into a lot of like kind of slice of life shojo stuff, that's kind of just like a little bit small brained and like simple minded and cheesy and corny, this is going to be hard for you to read because it's been hard for me. But there is actually some references to Thoth Tarot, which I have studied for like 5 years now, and I've been studying tarot for 10 years. And there are some references to the Tree of Life in like Kabbalistic mysticism, and there seems to be, I don't know what the bigger story is here. Setsuna Mudo is trying to figure out who he is. He's reincarnated many times. He's bounced between worlds. I just read this whole arc and he was in hell. Every character does have like really good backstory though, and I am curious to see more about this relationship between him and his sister. And I know some of you in the pipe are gonna pipe up in the comments like gross, but it's a story. There's definitely like some curiosities if Setsuna Mudo has some, romantic interrelations with some of his guy friends. I don't know. There was like this one sentence in the first volume that really made it seem like him and one of his guy friends had something going on, and it seems like there could be a touch of BL. I actually don't remember, Dylan, everything that you wrote to me in that note when I first got the manga and like what you were explaining to me. I know for sure I'm going to read this manga twice, and I think there's more than 10 volumes. There's quite a few volumes. So, yeah, I've reread like 3 4 volumes over. Like I read volume 1 like I think 3 times. Volume 2 I read over quite a few pages, and I've even been doing it with this one. There's a lot of action and drama, and you kind of don't really know what's going on, but you want to turn the page because the art style is just so beautiful. And there are some really gorgeous characters, and I love everything that everybody's wearing, like the fashion. Like you've got this boy, and he's in like just this cute little like schoolboy kind of business attire, but then you hop on over to this guy, and he's got like, you don't know what he looks like, and he's, wearing kind of this labyrinth looking type of fantasy wear, and it's a very phantasmic fantasy type story because there are angels and wings and heaven and hell, and there's also like some kind of like creepy where is it? Where is it? There are these tubes, and I don't know. At first, when I saw them, I wondered, am I uncomfortable looking at all of these like kind of like tubey things? I don't know what they are. Like, is it bioorganic material? I'm not too sure, but in the first volume, there's like this floppy disk or like some sort of game, and the game ends up like capturing, I think, somebody's soul. It basically like brainwashes someone, and then it starts controlling them. And it was this guy's twin sister in his past life, because in his past life he was a girl, kind of like controlling this person to try to get closer to the reincarnation of Alexiel. Rosiel is the twin, and Alexiel is Setsuna Muto in a past life. So I feel like I need to just jump back to volume 1, and maybe it's because I've only had 8 hours of sleep. I am enjoying it. I am liking it. It's a really hard read. There's a lot of characters. Like, this is volume 5, and there's already... Oh, they just jumped right into it. They didn't even go over all the characters. They usually do that at the beginning. But, oh, Red River. That was also suggested to me as well. But yeah, there's already like a volume 5, and there's already like 8 characters, and there's some screen time or some page time on all of these characters. So there's a lot of people to get to know. There's a lot of personalities. Everybody's drawn so beautifully though. And because there's so many volumes, I'm curious to see how it all plays out. But I do admit I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta know what happens next, because I'm having a hard time like following it all. So I think I need to just read the whole series before I can really decide if it's like something that I love or just don't like that much. It's kind of like Vampire Knight. Like, there was just so many characters of Vampire Knight, so many politics. After some time, I was kind of like, oh, this is like hard to read, and it was like hard for me to get into. And then I'm just burning through Takane and Hana, and I just burned through Kiss Him Not Me. I burned through Ouran High School Host Club, but there's not much to those stories, and it's like the similar and like repetitive story arc. So like, this is a next level manga reading, and maybe I just need to be a little bit more focused when I go in to read it. I like to like read stuff to like turn my brain off, but I feel like I need to turn my brain on to read this. And there's been a lot on my mind just with life, and I'm turning 33 soon, and that is also like, I'm very content with like where my life is at, but when my birthday comes around, I don't know what it is. It's just kind of this like this big like dark cloud comes over me, and I feel like that song is like playing in the background. Is that all there is? And I'm like just kind of overthinking everything, and like I have all these ideals of grandeur in my head, and like a little bit of mental illness, and like some delusion and denial, and it's weird. And then I'll like full circle, and then like after my birthday passes, I feel like so good, and I feel like I'm moving in a good direction. But like as it's coming, like I just feel a lot of emotions. I've been feeling that since I think I've been feeling that since like 29. So it was like a baby exotic dancer from like 27, 28, and there was like a lot of fun there. But then 29, I was like, oh my God, I'm turning 30. And it was starting to set in like the weight of the job and like some of the heavier things that come with it. And yeah, fast forward now, where my head is at is just kind of like a little bit confused, and I feel like my self-esteem has just like, I don't know, just like plummeted to a degree because I was like working at the club, and then I was like camming, and I was like kind of channeling like different baddie vibes with like the camming. I was like doing some like e-girl TikTok type stuff. I had never really done that before. I was like having fun with it, and it was like feeding into like my cam like personality. But then I just really didn't want to be a part of that industry anymore, and so I'm like circling back to this other archetypal like energy and personality that I was feeling when I first started exotic dancing. And what I really fell in love with the most was pole dance and stage shows and presenting pole dance combinations on my stage shows and interacting with people in a really genuine way. And so those are some of the things that I really cherished as well in the job, that sometimes you kind of, it goes up and down over time. And also, yeah, just making choreographies at the studio that I teach at. So I have intentions to go into the studio more, but my body can only work out so much. And yeah, I'm very, very, very attached to playing with my dolls, obviously. It's like all I ever do now lately. But for my health, I know that like being physically active is very, very important for me. So yeah, just back and forth every day. Like, do you miss it? How much do you miss it? Like, how can I plug back into kind of that baddie vibe and be in the industry somehow, but not um in the way of like camming or going into the club. So looking into like maybe starting a website, doing more cosplay photography that's like safe for work, because I actually really love dressing up, and I love like getting into character, and that was one thing that I really loved doing on stage. And just like every night that I would go in, you know, you can change your outfit throughout the night, you have to do your makeup, you know, different shoes, and it's just a very like costumey type of job or career path. Like if you like dressing up, if you like cosplay, yeah, you do that, you do that every night of your shift. But yeah, it's like 1 out of 10 customers are really good and really respectful and really nice, and the other 9 are like, eh, you could do without meeting them altogether. But you just kind of tune it out, and then you tune it out, and then you get back home, and then you like remember it, and then you have to process it, whatever it is. And it was never ever negative or like overly heavy, but I did feel a lot of like compassion, and I was feeling a lot of like compassion, and I was feeling a lot of like, not guilt, but maybe like I felt sorry for some of these gentlemen that would come in and stuff. And I was trying to see it as like its own kind of yoga class. So that's one other thing that I do really miss too, is teaching yoga. I was teaching yoga full time before I started working there, and I stopped teaching because I got fired from the last yoga studio I worked at because they found out about this Instagram account that I had. And you know, it was kind of like vulgar, the Instagram account that I had. Like the bio was kind of vulgar, and the photos were like pretty smutty and like fan servicey and like out there and like lewd. And they said it was a conflict of interest, so I totally understood. But I had a majority of my classes there. But it was also hot yoga, and teaching hot yoga back to back is like, it's so like, just drains the life out of you. So I would like to teach non-heated yoga. And preferably, yeah, you want to teach back to back. You don't want to be like driving across the city to teach one class. And you drive there for half an hour, and then you have to drive back home for half an hour, and you have to get there 15 minutes early, and you have to see everybody out. So then it turns out being like 2 hours out of your day for the class rate, which fluctuates between studios. And it's, you know, it's kind of like, it's a labor of love if you're only teaching like once or twice a week. It's a career if you're teaching like 6 to 8 classes a week. So, hello, hi. So yeah, that is what is going on with me. So that's been what's on my mind at night, is like how I miss my friends at the club and like seeing them, but how there's so many things I don't miss. And how I was having fun. I tried the whole cam thing for like, I don't know, 6 months, but there was a lot of things I really didn't like dealing with at all. So it was kind of like, yeah, no, I don't miss that. But it's like on my mind late at night, and I just like it'll just take time for it to not be on my mind, I think. I think so. Yeah. Um it's been a good distraction, like my channel and playing with dolls and doing face ups. I did a face up commission, which is really cute. I'm gonna post the pictures on my Instagram probably tomorrow. Making eye chips and yeah, like making videos, producing videos, editing videos. But it's kind of like now I'm getting to a point. It's like now, and thank you so much for 15,000 subs. I am so, so grateful. And now that I've reached that, it's kind of like, okay, what's next? Like, do I want to make doll content every day, all day? I do love teaching K-pop covers. I do love dancing. And so I want to diversify my days, but I also want to give myself time to like decompress what it is that I'm really feeling. And I did an hour. I'm on 5 days of a 30-day yoga challenge, and in my yoga practice today, I realized that I was, and I still am, like healing through like my ex who passed away from brain cancer. That is still, and I might be healing from that forever, honestly. But he also was an abuser, and I'm like a survivor of the SA that I had experienced with him. And we met in the yoga community, and we taught yoga together. And he came to my classes, I went to his classes. We both had tattoos, and we had a lot of friends, similar friends. And yeah, there was just a huge, huge story there with him and history, and kind of like personality, his upbringing, and then brain cancer, and then just the way that he treated me, and kind of like how I saw myself at the time. And I started in the yoga community as like this like full of life, fresh new yoga teacher who just really wanted to share and receive and be in the teacher's seat and help others heal and to heal. And then I met someone in the community who I thought was on that same vibrational tone, and they were, but then there were a lot of other things that kind of like came with them that I, had to just process and look at and be with. And then yeah, he just stuff happened. That's a whole other story, and all these things happened, and I've completely associated like my yoga personality and my relationship with my yoga practice with him. But now that's starting to fade away, and it's literally been 6 years since I've consistently done yoga. I've done yoga now for 5 days straight, an hour each day. And I used to do yoga every single day, or teach 2 classes a day and then do my own practice. Maybe my practice was half an hour, maybe it was an hour, maybe it was 2 hours. I was really, really into it. And it was kind of like the most I don't want to say like the healthiest I had ever been, but definitely the most grounded. But there was still like chaotic things happening around me. And my tarot constellation is Hermit, and it says that I'm kind of like, I read in this book, she kind of came up with these tarot constellations based on your number in tarot, which is like your birth date added up. And it said that in my lifetime, I am always going to have like one thing that's going really good for me. And I think the one thing that's going really, really good for me is like my relationship with my partner and my son. And we have like a pretty balanced and tight knit bond. And then it said that I was going to always be facing two things that are like struggles, like two things that I'm trying to conquer, and two things that I'm trying to um like achieve. Oh, you couldn't fall asleep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been in the same boat the last 2 days. I listened to a meditation and it really like helped me relax. And I know you just got here, but I think I am ready to go. I think I am ready to go to sleep, but this will like pop up right after. And I talked a little bit about Angel Sanctuary, but I'm just like really tired. So I don't know if I even really gave a good review, but it was honest and it is where I'm at. And yeah, I'm definitely going to end up reading this manga twice. That's for sure. But yeah, I was just rambling on about just some personal stuff. And yeah, my next video after this live stream um is going to be like a tour of like an updated tour of like all my dolls and including my Barbies and my plushies and my other toys and my manga, and it's probably going to be a really, really long video. And then after that, I am going to restyle all my Barbies because they need their hair washed and all that. I might even do that first and then the tour video after, but those are the two videos that I have planned. And yeah, I haven't read Basara yet, but I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. And yeah, I just read, I'm almost done volume 5. Thank you. Yeah, it's 1:47 here, and I literally slept 8 hours in the last 2 days, but my brain has just been like, "Ah," late at night. And yeah, the dolls are helping. The manga's helping. Everything's helping. But I just, you gotta go to sleep when you're tired. And if you try to force yourself to go to sleep, sometimes that just doesn't work. So sometimes I just play this like little game on my phone. Side note, last thing I'll show you guys. I'm actually really curious because I've been playing this game on my phone and I don't know if everybody got this character, but it's like this anime. I've been playing for a while and it's like this anime FPS and it has these like smutty anime girls and it's called Nikki. And I ended up like doing one of those like gachas to get a character, and you never get the character that they're featuring. Like they had Makima and they had Power. No, no, no. They just had Makima, and I tried to get her and I didn't get her. But I did get this girl, and she is from what's the video game? Near Automata? I don't know what her name is though, but I'll show you her. And I'm like wondering if anybody plays, I'm just curious. If you happen to watch this and you play this game, Nikki, did you try to get the Near Automata um, character and then did you get her? Because I got her and I don't know if she is like rare or not. Okay, this is trying to download. I've seen so many girls cosplay her. Who is she? Ducky collab. Images. Goddess of Victory. Her. I got her. So I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. You're so addicted to mobile games. Yeah, so this is the mobile game. Nikke. It's pretty cute. It's like a first person shooter and like sometimes they're like glutes jiggle when they're like using their, I don't know, assault rifle or whatever gun that they have. Like each one has their own gun. So like there's like an RPG, a girl with an RPG. There's like a couple girls with like kind of like some AK looking type guns. And there's all sorts of different characters. There's like some bondage, like super busty looking characters. There's like some little like Lolita, little miniature characters, and yeah, it's kind of aesthetically pleasing if you like lewd anime girls and you like first person shooter games. So yeah, I think I'm finally gonna sleep, but I'm not able to live stream tomorrow. So have a great night too, Dylan, when you get there. And I don't know if you're still there, Moon, but if you are, have a great night too. And you too, Rato. And I think Mom Food planted things left earlier. But yeah, I need to figure out because the beginning of this live stream, I didn't have my mic on. So it was just like me talking. You can't hear anything. So I need to figure out how to like cut that out. But yeah, I will be back on not tomorrow, obviously, but the Friday after. And that is the new schedule, is Friday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. MST, and that is the new schedule. But I think I'll occasionally live stream like really late at night like this, and just unbox some toys and like I have a lot of Pullip dolls to unbox, and so I might just create some crazy madness of unboxing because I really want to unbox all these Pullip dolls once and for all. So yeah, enjoy.